In 1947, Los Angeles was a machine built on Hollywood ambition, drawing thousands of hopefuls to its neon-lit streets. Among them was 22-year-old Elizabeth Short, a young woman looking to find her place in the glare of the studio lights. Her Hollywood story ended abruptly on the morning of January 15th. A local mother, out for a walk with her 3-year-old daughter in Leimert Park, spotted what she initially thought was a discarded mannequin resting in the weeds. This diagram illustrates what investigators actually found. Short's body had been completely drained of blood and meticulously washed clean. She was surgically bisected at the waist, and her face had been cut from the corners of her mouth to her ears, creating a chilling smile. The precision of the cuts and the complete absence of blood at the scene gave detectives an immediate profile. The perpetrator possessed advanced medical knowledge, acting with the cold calculation of a professional. Investigators identified Short in just 60 minutes. An underage drinking arrest in 1943 meant her fingerprints were already on file with the FBI. The brutal details leaked, and the press ignited. They dubbed her the Black Dahlia, turning a murder investigation into a daily serial that dominated newspaper front pages across the country for 4 consecutive months. The killer leaned into the infamy. He mailed a package containing Short's birth certificate and address book directly to a local newspaper. To ensure he left no physical trace, every item had been thoroughly scrubbed with gasoline to erase fingerprints. The intense coverage backfired on the police. Desperate for notoriety, 60 different people walked into police stations and falsely confessed to the murder. The LAPD found themselves paralyzed by the sheer volume of fabricated leads. The media's endless stream of noise effectively buried the killer's actual trail. To cut per the false confessions, detectives relied on one undeniable physical fact. Whoever did this had high-level surgical training. This filter quickly eliminated early targets. Robert Manley, the last person seen with Short, was cleared after passing both a polygraph and a specialized truth serum test. That surgical requirement soon met a specific sighting from the night of the dump. Witnesses near Leimert Park had reported a distinct, dark-colored luxury sedan idling near the weeds in the pre-dawn hours. By filtering the population of Los Angeles through these 2 strict requirements, specialized anatomical expertise, and access to a specific luxury vehicle, the suspect pool shrank rapidly. That search led them to Dr. George Hodel, a wealthy, well-connected Los Angeles physician. Decades later, his own son, an LAPD detective named Steve Hodel, dug into his father's past and uncovered a disturbing detail. The doctor maintained a secret, highly restricted surgical suite inside his private residence. He also possessed the exact transportation needed to move a body. Registration records confirmed Hodel owned a 1936 black Packard, matching the vehicle spotted near the crime scene. The evidence expanded beyond the Dahlia case. 3 weeks later, another woman, Jean French, was murdered, with the killer leaving taunting letters written in red lipstick on her body. Handwriting experts extracted specific letter structures from the French crime scene and aligned them over the taunting letters mailed in the Black Dahlia case. When overlapping the loops and strokes of letters like B and D, the points aligned perfectly, proving a definitive match. Hodel now occupied a singular position in the investigation. When medical expertise, a matching vehicle, and a forensic handwriting link all point to the same man, the LAPD actually reached this conclusion back in 1950. They quietly brought Hodel in for questioning and planted hidden microphones inside his home, listening to his conversations for 40 consecutive days. During that surveillance, they captured a terrifying audio recording. Hodel is heard saying, "Supposing I did kill the Black Dahlia, they couldn't prove it now. They can't talk to my secretary because she's dead." Before the police could secure an arrest warrant, Hodel abandoned his practice and fled to the Philippines. 17 years later, the body of a woman was found in a Manila park, murdered with the exact same surgical precision, just half a kilometer from Hodel's new home. His vast wealth and international mobility allowed him to stay continuously out of reach, proving that identifying the culprit and putting them in handcuffs are 2 entirely different challenges. When modern investigators attempt to re-examine the original files, they hit an impossible wall. The gasoline-washed letters, the 40 days of audio recordings, and Hodel's entire suspect file have completely vanished from the LAPD archives. Evidence does not simply walk out of a police precinct. The deliberate erasure of these specific files strongly suggests an active institutional effort to protect a prominent, connected member of society. The Black Dahlia survives as an unsolved enigma because of a lethal convergence: media-driven hysteria, the leverage of extreme wealth, and a deliberate institutional silence combined to bury the evidence until it was too late to act. It leaves us to wonder, did the system simply fail, or did it work exactly as intended for those who could afford to buy their way out?